freezing precipitation as long as we're under this blue. Acadiana's KLAF News at 6 starts right now.
Police have arrested a third suspect in connection with the death of Howard Poche. Details coming straight up. And Lafayette business is working to keep you safe from cyber attacks in the new year. That story straight ahead. Plus, some furry friends are searching for forever homes in St. Landry Parish. How you can help. That's coming up.
Live and local. You're watching Acadiana's KLAF News at 6.
Good evening. I'm Danielle Grossman. Thank you for choosing Acadiana's KLAF News at 6 for your news tonight. Adam Hooper has the evening off. A tense few moments in a Lafayette neighborhood after a man flees a traffic stop and ran on foot into a Lafayette neighborhood. The suspect, who's not being identified at this time, was arrested in the 100 block of Parasol Street off West Congress near Adrian's grocery store. According to Lafayette police, the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office tried to pull over a car driving dangerously. The suspect pulled over into Adrian's and ran through a residential neighborhood, hopping several fences. A third arrest has been made in connection with the death of Howard Poche. Investigators with the Iberia Parish Sheriff's Office have charged 45-year-old Michelle King with principal to first-degree murder. King was found cleaning up blood in Poche's house the day he was reported missing. 3 days later, his body was found inside of a trash can behind his home. Jeffrey Marks and Brady Rogers were also arrested in connection to this case. They're facing first-degree murder charges. The investigation is still ongoing. Now, funeral arrangements are still pending for Howard Poche tonight. Family members have set up a GoFundMe account to help with the cost of a proper burial. The campaigning is just $2,100 shy of its goal. Almost $8,000 has been raised in the past week. In Iberia Parish, the inmate that died has been identified as 48-year-old Malcolm Menard of New Iberia. Deputies were serving meals when they discovered Menard hanging by a telephone cord in the cell. CPR was administered to Menard. He was transported to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Menard was arrested Tuesday for disturbing the peace while intoxicated and battery on a police officer. Detectives say he's believed to have been homeless. Deputies in Acadia Parish need your help finding a fugitive and identifying her accomplices. An arrest warrant has been issued for 35-year-old Jennifer Janis, who's accused of using several stolen credit cards around Acadia Parish. Deputies are also searching for her accomplices. The first suspect is a white man with a slim build and a mustache. The second is a white woman, medium build, and the third is a white man, medium build, dark hair, and a full beard. They were seen leaving one business in a newer model white Ford F-350 with a black hood and black hood scoop. Anyone with information on Janice or the other suspects, please call Crime Stoppers at 789-TIPS. In St. Mary Parish, deputies are looking for a suspect wanted for domestic abuse, battery by strangulation, and simple assault. Dorian Kennedy is also accused of making threatening statements towards a female victim and law enforcers. Deputies located Kennedy near the intersection of Youngs and Myrtle Road in Morgan City, but he fled on foot. Anyone with information on Kennedy's whereabouts should call police immediately. Continuing our crime watch, in Lafayette Parish, 3 men are behind bars after concerned citizens reported suspicious activity in Scott. After locating the suspects, police found several handguns and marijuana in the car they were occupying. Scott police detectives determined they were in the area to purchase illegal narcotics and planned to commit a home invasion where they bought the drugs. The 4 are charged with criminal conspiracy and other individual-related charges. Well, it's a new year, and hackers are coming up with new ways to go after your data. But rest assured, there are steps you can take to protect your home or your business. Tech experts say the best way to have an IT person you trust and to always back up your system, so in case your hard drive becomes compromised, you can recover your data without a problem. Tech experts say cyber attacks are constantly changing.
Attacks themselves are becoming more complex. They still use a lot of the same methodology. However, because of the new malware and ransomware threats, they're able to get in and stay in longer than they would have before with just a regular antivirus firewall kicking them out.
If you find yourself or your business in the middle of a cyber attack, Brock has a simple motto: just take a step back, breathe twice, look at it again. For more information, visit our website. That's klaf.com. Well, Lafayette can now officially call itself a smart city. Pretty cool. Thanks to a $40,000 grant from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, Lafayette was one of 2 cities awarded the Smart City Air Challenge Award. With this grant, Lafayette Engagement and Research Network will install 300 air quality sensors around the city. But best of all the findings will be documented on a new public sharing of data system. Officials say this will give citizens a chance to really understand what's going on in their city. After skipping a year, Mardi Gras is coming back to New Iberia. It's all because of the newly formed Bayou Mardi Gras Association. Patrick Norris, one of its founders, says their organization's been hard at work getting sponsors, the community involved in the city's parade. 15 floats, local bands, and dance groups have already signed up.
We're just trying to bring it back to town to have something to enjoy. It's going to be a family event.
We're very rich in culture, and I'm just excited because the people, we have high turnouts for our parades, and it is very family friendly.
The parade set for February 10th in downtown New Iberia. All right, Christmas is obviously a happy time for gifts and bringing in new furry additions to the family. Opening that bundle of joy may be cute and all, but sometimes reality is not expectation. KLAF's Kristen J. joins us in the studio. Kristen, what's the misconception with owning a new puppy?
Danielle, I remember opening my dog Buddy Christmas morning when I was 4 years old. Thankfully, my parents understood the responsibility and commitment for bringing a dog into the family because it's a lot. Unfortunately, though, this year in St. Landry Parish, animal control has seen an influx of puppies being dropped off after Christmas.
I tell people the easiest thing to do is to pick the puppy. The hardest thing to do is be compassionate and love it the rest of his life.
St. Landry Animal Control is seeing an influx of puppies being brought back to the shelter, a lot earlier than usual. Stacy Allman, the director of St. Landry Animal Control, says this is more common to see in February or March.
Most people, they hold them, the excitement wears off, the puppy's eating their shoes, it's tearing up stuff in the house, it's not automatically puppy broke, to the house.
Allman says they've seen up to 50 dogs dropped off in a day. Sadly, when the numbers rise this high, room has to be made and some dogs are in turn euthanized.
They were just an unwanted commodity, which is horrible to say, that you make a human form of life into a commodity.
Allman hopes people will understand the seriousness and responsibility of having a dog.
They weren't born or bred to end up in this facility, but that's what humans have rendered them, homeless.
So if you're one of those people who knows what it takes to have a pet, Allman hopes more people step up and give these unwanted puppies forever homes.
The difference is the people, the one that stands up to say, I can change, let me adopt an animal.
Some of the dogs will be transported to shelters in other states, while others will stay in Acadiana to be adopted. If you're interested in adopting a dog, contact Acadiana Animal Aid or the St. Landry Parish Animal Shelter. Live in the studio, I'm Kristen Dre for Acadiana's KLAF News.
Thank you, Kristen. It's hard not to want to adopt them, that's for sure. Well, you can find all the information you need on adopting one of those dogs on our website. That's KLAF.com. Moving into state news, good news for Northwest Louisiana economy. New project at the former GM Shreveport plant creates more than 100 jobs in Caddo Parish. Glovis America chose Caddo Parish for its new vehicle logistics and processing center. The company signed a lease at the former General Motors Shreveport plant, creating 150 direct jobs. Glovis America is responsible for the delivery of all Hyundai and Kia vehicles to dealerships in the U.S. Imported cars at the facility will get new equipment and exterior upgrades as requested by local dealers.
Obviously, you've got 150 jobs, which for me translates into 150 families that'll have opportunities to support themselves.
The facility will handle more than 75,000 vehicles a year. The cars will be imported from Mexico, South Korea, and potentially other sites in the U.S. The project also creates nearly 250 indirect jobs. It was a joint effort from Louisiana leaders in North Louisiana Economic Partnership, Caddo Parish, and the city of Shreveport. Shocking video taken in New Orleans nursing home by the son of an elderly resident. The man who was visiting his father says he pulled out his cell phone to capture the sight of roaches throughout the room. He says they were even in his father's bed. The concerned son went to the State Department of Health and Hospitals with the video, and that prompted a state inspection. A public report filed after the inspection shows the facility was found to be unclean and roaches were inside several of the rooms. According to state records and a DHH spokesperson, the director at the Uptown Healthcare Center has acknowledged the findings and has agreed to correct the issues by next week. The state will then send inspectors out once again. This facility was asked for comment and so far has not offered any back. Another hot day in the markets with all three entities in the green. Full details straight ahead. And the BBB is re-rating the My Pillow. Why the new grade? We'll tell you.
And the cold air hits tonight, but we're not under the cold dome yet. It's coming on down. Freezing temperatures right now in Oklahoma City. We're going to get rain over the next couple days, so you know what that could mean? Yeah. Forecast coming right back.